I've been watching some of them. Obviously, she's going to be approved, but I'm concerned of the path that the judiciary's taken in this country, and I think she'll probably be in that same liberal vein. But that's what happens when you make your election for president. You have someone who shares his point of view, and I think she does. But it's a liberal replacing a liberal. I don't think it'll make that much significance as far as outcome of decisions are concerned. I was concerned that I don't think she was forthright. She basically stepped back from many statements that she made without acknowledging that she was stepping back. She basically said she didn't mean what she clearly meant, and I think that's unfortunate. Listening to her, you'd think she was one of the more conservative nominees that they'd ever had up there. But, be that as it may, we got through the process, which in many respects is kind of a farce. You don't really ever learn very much, unfortunately, about what they really think, their judicial philosophy. But it's turning out the way that everybody, I guess, knew that it would from the very beginning. Well, I think that he's done the right thing as far as Afghanistan is concerned. I think he's going to have a challenge from his own Democratic Party before very long with regard to keeping the faith in Afghanistan. But he is basically taking us down a left-wing road that is going to bankrupt the nation and is going to make us weaker and less prosperous as a country. And whether you're talking about health care or cap and trade or a host of other things, I simply think that if Congress goes along with some of these things, that we're going to be in for even rougher times than we're experiencing right now. I heard today where Joe Biden said that in order to avoid bankruptcy, the country has to spend more. So that explains how we got in the situation that we're in today, I suppose. But of course, that's not the case. The first stimulus was ill-conceived with pork barrel projects, non-growth projects, political payoffs, transfer payments just to keep states' doors open. States that in many cases have spent more than they should have. And we're seeing the results of that. They predicted we'd cap out at about 8% unemployment. Of course, we're closing in on 10% now. So it hasn't worked out. You can't spin your way to prosperity. You can't borrow your way out of debt. And if the administration hasn't seen that, I think that the majority of Congress has. So I don't think there'll be a second stimulus package. Well, I was surprised. Yeah, I was surprised. And some people think she's crazy. Some people think she's crazy like a fox. And I guess we'll see. Well, I was disappointed, but not as surprised. I think Arlen thought he was going to get beat in a Republican primary, so he switched parties. And lo and behold, he's finding himself in a tough Democratic primary now. And that's going to be an interesting one to watch. But Arlen is a survivor, and he was just trying to survive. I think that's unfortunate when people place that kind of value on the re-election. But that's the way it is.